In the next few lectures, we're going to carry on with adding some effects and some secondary animation. In lecture 6, we're going to start off with particle effects. Please open up file 06 to follow along. And the first thing we're going to do is create a new layer. So create a new solid. New solid, keep everything as is, okay. Leave the solid just under the camera. And if we go over to our effects and preset panel, type in CC particle world right there, click and drag onto the solid, and you'll see that there's a bunch of particles flying out. Now we're going to use this for some atmosphere and for some secondary animation. The first thing I'm going to do is go to the actual particle. Look at the particle type. As you can see, it's a line. I'm not a fan of this for this. So let's turn this into a faded sphere. And let's just solo this layer for now so we can only see this. Let's change the color of the sphere. Let's make the birth rate white. No, actually, let's go for more of an orangey, just a slightly lighter color. Let's go for that. And then we'll have the death color as white. Let's make the death size 0.01. And then the birth, we can play with this as we move along, but let's make it quite small. Let's go for 0.1. That's the particle size. Yeah, that's getting there. We're looking good. Now, this thing here is called a producer. We need to make this bigger. So if you go into the producer panel, look at the radius, make the X big, make the Y big, and then make the Z depth big. We want to have some good depth in this scene. Let's go for, we'll round that up to 2. You may have noticed it's not moving along with the camera, and that'll be because we haven't clicked the 3D layer. So as soon as you click the 3D layer, you see that? Brilliant. And as you can see, it's the effects that we did earlier in the previous lesson with the depth of field seems to be working with the particles. And this is ideal. This is great, in fact. Yeah. Right, let's calm these particles down. Let's move over to the physics. And at the moment it's on explosive. We don't want this. Let's go to viscose. This is like a calmer version. Let's turn the velocity down to 0. Let's add minus 0.1 on the gravity. That's happening too much. Let's go 0.01. I want it to be subtle. Yep, that's working. I'm going to go back to my particles. I think they're a little bit too big right now at the start. So we'll make the birth 0.05. There we are. And the birth rate, it seems to be doing quite a lot of particles for now, but we can play with this when we have the rest of the image revealed. But for now, let's move it down to 1 second. Right, I think we're getting there. Let's have a look what it's like with the rest of the image. Let's put the black solid above the camera Let's run preview this. Again, let's play around with some of these settings. It doesn't seem to be showing much right now, so let's add more to the birth rate. Let's go to the particles. Let's have the birth size to back to 1. 0.1. There we are. Let's run preview this. So as you can see, the particles are starting to come in now. It really gives a sense of depth, and you can really see it's bringing the image to life. Yeah, I think I quite like that. I'm just going to add one little thing, and that is to turn the birth rate, the birth size, 0.15. Just a little bit bigger. And let's turn the gravity 0.005. And before we run preview this, let's add more in the Z depth. Let's go to 3.5. Let's run preview this. As you can see, the particles are starting to come in now. I think there's maybe a little bit too much. So I'm going to go up to the birth rate. I'm going to put the longevity, the life of it, to maybe 3 seconds, but then knock down the birth rate to 1.5. Run preview. So we're nearly getting there. We're getting there with our particles. I think that's looking good. I think the only thing we need to do is move the particles slightly back. So if we get the position, move the position into the Z space. Let's move it back forward. There we are. And let me change some of the size. I think the birth size is still a little bit big now over here. So 0.1. It's just a case of playing with these settings. Let's get it right. Yep, okay. I think we're there. Let's have one last run preview. There we are, that's looking good. Brilliant.